Guess who's possessed?
Hear ye, gather round for another edition of Young Kings Wrestling featuring the Sovereign Soundboard. As always, you can find us on most platforms streaming podcasts, including Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, among others. If you are listening on iTunes, leave us a review of the 5-star kind. Links to all the platforms and the merchandise are available at ykwrestling.com. Also on ykwrestling.com. Get you a Pro Wrestling Pro Choice t-shirt from our friends, our loyal subjects over at Creation World. All proceeds from that design go towards the Women's Reproductive Rights Assistance Project. As always, I am the thespian T.C. Fontaine, joined by
the intellectual savior of the masses, Damien Riekdow.
Damien Riekdow. I like that. Hey,
yeah.
Let me get a quick shout out to my boy Reek, man, taking over last week with that amazing, incredible introduction. I love the accent.
Yeah.
We got to keep it on brand.
Got to.
I love it, man. How we doing this week, bro?
Oh, we good. Good week. Good week in wrestling.
It actually was. Like from everywhere. Even AEW, I seen it had some good stuff.
Yeah.
I probably won't check it out, but I heard it was good. Listen, I hear it's good all the time. Even when I used to watch on a weekly basis, people would say things were good that I didn't really think were special, but yeah, whatever. So like, if it's good, okay. If it's not good, y'all are probably capping like usual. But I mean, Chris Jericho, I almost called him Dean Ambrose. What's his name now? John Moxley.
Yeah.
I've seen that match before, so it was good the last time I seen it, like 10 years ago. It's still good, probably. Because Jericho, I seen he lost weight like a couple months ago. He got in shape finally, got abs again.
Oh yeah.
He got more abs than he used to have.
He might be getting ready for something. So.
Hey man. Hey, Vince is gone though.
That's true too.
I don't know if they're gonna want him back as much. We'll see though. We'll see. But we watched wrestling all week long here. And I didn't really watch no old stuff this past week. I watched a bunch of old promos though on YouTube. I watched some Kevin Nash promos first, like mainly Kevin Nash and CM Punk, like the night after SummerSlam when Nash came back. And like that promo, it was rough because like I watched Kevin Nash got the best shoot interviews in wrestling history. So I remember some shoot interviews he was talking about like, yeah, they gave me a script. Pretty much, he was like, I wasn't fucking with it, so I went off script. And you can tell when he goes off script because like it flows a lot better. He was trying to remember his lines and shit, and he was like, man, fuck this, I'm gonna go in. He called CM Punk. He said CM Punk looked like a short order cook at a Pikeville Waffle House.
Yo, damn.
And I was like, damn, because he do.
You ain't have to do that, bro.
Look even more like that now. Like,
oh yeah.
So yeah, I watched that. I watched a bunch of Rock promos too. Like I watched the promo before, what was that, SummerSlam? I think it was in 2002 when The Rock was champion.
Oh yeah.
And he had came out. So Triple H was cutting a promo on Shawn Michaels, and Paul Heyman and The Rock bought a ticket to the show. They was on SmackDown and shit. So like, they bought a ticket to the show, and they was sitting ringside. The Rock come out in the middle of Triple H's promo, cutting a promo on Brock Lesnar. And then Triple H was like, hold on, fam.
Yeah,
what the fuck you doing? Like, who do you think you are? And The Rock was like, I'm the champion, so he said,
shut up, bitch.
Hit him with that joint. He hit him with that joint. It was another one. It was him and Christian. I don't know if folks remember that one.
I do.
He had Christian with this.
You are on crack.
Yeah,
Shout out to Jerry Lawler reacting to every one of these sound bites too.
That was on my watch back because that was 03, right?
Yeah, it was like I don't know when it was actually. It had to have been after Goldberg.
Yeah, because it was
He was
Hollywood Rock.
Babyface. Yeah. But yeah, also Hollywood Rock, Toronto. Every time I go down to Hollywood Rock, wormhole, I gotta watch the Toronto joint. I gotta watch the Sacramento joint. Because we don't rock with the queens around here, especially back in 2002, 2003. You see who on my shirt. You see who on. So and so I went down like a big rock. Just I had to watch everything to rock. I was watching matches. I watched a documentary. It's a documentary from like 2012, 2013. And Mick Foley was on there. Mick Foley is like the king of wrestling cap. Okay. Like he cap a lot. Oh yeah, he was capping on this too. He said, my kids didn't know The Rock was a wrestler. I had to let them know, yeah, Dad used to wrestle against him. Like, sir.
Excuse me?
Fam. You said your kids didn't believe that he was a wrestler? You literally brought your kids to see you wrestle The Rock in 1999. It is documented on film.
That man assaulted you that night.
He literally assaulted. The Rock went into business for himself and hit you hard with chairs. Yeah. Had your kids crying. So how do your kids don't know that he was a wrestler when they was traumatized by it and they were old enough to remember too?
Yeah.
Mick Foley.
My CTE acting up.
Gotta be. Bro, your brains was rattling that night. And it's look.
I mean, he was knocked out. They literally had to play the sound bite, and they put it in the kayfabe. If I remember correctly, that's how.
I'm about to say, like, they had the cameras all over the place. The cameras over there on his wife. Kids was crying, and she trying to console them and everything like that. You went to the back with the kids and let them know you was all right. How do we kayfabing that now? Like, come on, bro. Come on now.
I can understand kids nowadays not knowing that he was a wrestler because he don't pop up that much. Yeah. And this dude pop up he everywhere. You can't go nowhere without seeing The Rock. I go to Walmart, it's a big ass life-size cardboard cutout of The Rock over a whole thing of tequila.
Right. That and Zoa.
The bottle. Zoa.
Like
everywhere
tequila,
I go, Zoa.
Energy drinks. Every other movie that come out. He got TV shows. I seen The Rock in a commercial for Shark Week, bro.
Yes.
Like, this is where we at. Okay.
The only time The Rock will ever appear during AEW programming.
I'm about to, yeah.
I saw that. This dude everywhere, bro. You can't escape him. So shout out to The Rock, man. What'd you watch this past week?
I got back into 03. I just saw the episode where JR did the Kane interview. Oh, and it didn't end well. Like,
you're making fun of me.
Oh my God.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm trying to help you. Oh God.
That was traumatizing.
Oh no, as a kid.
that first time I saw it.
Go check the Young Kings Wrestling archives. I told y'all how I call corporate.
Yeah, corporate. For real.
And I was no more than 10 years old emailing corporate because I was scared.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. Like, dude, pour gasoline and lit this man on fire. Like, ain't JR been through enough health wise? You gonna ignite this man on national TV? Oh,
but like they had the screams and everything, though.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Shout out to that stunt man.
Facts. He earned his check.
I seen the BTS of the stunt man. It was all good.
Ooh. Yeah, no. Then I'm at that point on SmackDown too, where Kurt and Brock having that little like friendly rivalry shit.
Man, they have 300 push-ups and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That was hilarious, bro.
Yeah, that was a fun time. I gotta go back because I remember Kurt Kurt Angle around the time his A&E thing came out. And he was like Brock Lesnar was his best friend, and Big Show said Brock Lesnar was his best friend, and Kurt was like, "No, you were my best friend." So I'm like, your best friend threw you off the top of a balcony, my nigga. What kind of best friend does that?
That's what I'm saying.
That happened. Another thing that traumatized me.
And speaking of that too, other thing I saw, Vince should have got worst father of the year at some point because he had, oh my God, he gonna have his daughter team up with a guy who was a one-legged man versus the Big Show in a handicap match.
Yeah, man. I watched that episode a few months ago. I remember that. That was some bullshit. Man. Yeah, he was tripping back then. They should have forced him out back then.
Right,
like shit that, you putting on TV.
Between that and the whole incestuous comment that he had a couple weeks before, talking about like, oh, I know what I did bringing you into those meetings. It's almost like I deflowered you. Like, you hate yourself.
Like, nigga, do you know that I can see you?
Right, like, you know, you saying this on TV, bro. I know it's TV 14 still, but
right, man.
This ain't it. This ain't it.
And then I forgot to mention, I was watching some old WCW last night. I remember a few weeks ago, I started watching the episode when Goldberg won the title off Hogan at the Georgia Dome. So I had to finish that. I had to go finish that. And first of all, episodes of Monday Nitro and Monday Night Raw back then, they went to the Georgia Dome periodically.
Yep.
30,000, 40,000 people to watch Raw. That'll never happen again unless you go like overseas somewhere. And I doubt that'll happen. So that's crazy to me that they did that. But yeah, that was live. Like Georgia, they was hot in Atlanta. That for their hometown guy. Like the way they booked Goldberg, it was watching back then. I wish I could have watched back then.
Yeah, that was different.
Man, like that's some energy. Like that's some moments that you can't duplicate moments like that.
Yeah, I watched his A&E joint too. That was from like going into wrestling stuff like the what was that shit? WC, the Power Plant.
Yeah,
how they had their own like system coming in and everything like that. He didn't really come in as a wrestler. He was just like the special attraction guy. Like, nah, you just gonna come in, drop somebody, call it a day. Which is another reason why I really don't.
Limitations.
Yeah, it's another reason why I don't really care for all the gripes that Bret Hart had about it, because he knew. He was well aware. Like, you got yourself into that situation. You could easily say, listen, I'd rather not work with this guy, you know? Maybe give me somebody else. Maybe let somebody else in that position. You went into it. Come on, bro.
That's why Goldberg told him to get off his dick.
Yeah. Seriously.
I ain't apologizing no more, man. Like, it's an accident. It happens.
Yeah.
Accidents happen in our business. Like, did you end up like Draws?
Ooh. Yeesh.
Like, you wrestled 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
You want me to run down the list of people that Bret Hart wrestled after the Goldberg match? I will. Give me Google, because it's Googleable. Give me a few seconds right here. I will tell you one thing while I'm waiting for it to load. I do know one match he had. It was a hardcore match versus Terry Funk on TV on Thunder.
Time out.
Like a week after this Goldberg thing happened.
Time out, bro.
True story. This dude, after the Goldberg match, he wrestled Redacted that same week.
Damn.
You know, he hit hard. He beat some buster named Jerry Flynn. No idea who that was. For the title as well. Okay. That's like when John Moxley fought that one dude last week at Battle of the Belts. Who the fuck was that guy?
No lie. I actually flipped the channel over to see it, and I was like, for 5 whole minutes, I'm looking at, who the hell is this dude he's wrestling? I really was genuinely confused, and then I just flipped the channel because I'm
Right.
like, I'm not doing this with y'all.
Yeah, it's the same situation. They really be copping off WCW for real.
Yeah.
Next, we had Terry Funk, the hardcore match, and that was a no contest. NWO came out and cleared everybody. He fought Ric Flair at a house show.
Oh boy, Rick.
Yeah, and then he did like a house show circuit with Sid, like 3 matches, and then he had a match with Kevin Nash on Nitro, and that was his last match he would have for about 10 years. I want to go run that match back to see if he took a jackknife. Jackknife, he literally drop you on your back.
Right.
Whiplash, all that.
So in other words, you've been blaming Goldberg for all these years for ending your career when it could have been anything that happened after that.
You remember when Bret Hart used to do the figure 4 on the turnbuckle?
Yeah.
And he would just be bouncing his head off the ring floor
all the time.
Like, get your life together, man. Shout out to Goldberg though, man.
Goldberg!
I'm glad he's sticking up for himself. He said, yo, I ain't about to keep all this motherfucking apologizing and shit. Especially when like sometimes Bret be acting like he cool with Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's pictures of them like in the last 5 years of them being cool. Like
right.
Get out of here, man.
He crazy. I can't even.
Who's man's?
I didn't even know he had that many matches after the fact. Like the worst that could have happened.
I always thought that was the last. I always thought he got a concussion in that match and he never wrestled again.
Like you got your bell rung pretty hard. We can see that.
Yeah, but he also was running full speed into somebody's foot too.
Exactly. Nah, man, get that shit out of here. I'm about tired.
Maybe it's another case of the Michael Irvin.
My CTE acting up.
Probably.
Maybe. Shout out to Impact. I heard they had a show too. I'm gonna check that out later. I have no idea what happened on it because I like to go in surprise. I don't like spoilers. If I get spoiled, I might as well not watch it.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, I heard about some things that happened, but I'll let you see.
Yeah, I heard a title match. So I want to go in blind. Yeah. Shout out to Becky Lynch, crip walking.
Hey yo.
Or attempting to at least.
Yeah, it's that needs some work, but she tried. I'll give it to her.
She tried. A for effort.
Yeah.
E for effort. Whatever the saying is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shout out to that whole WrestleMania launch party though. I was checking that out.
It was fine.
It was pretty cool. It looked live. It looked live. Like it was way more people than I thought would be in there. It was a good couple thousand people there. So that was fun. They finally recognized Montez Ford's military efforts in the Marines.
So I don't know why it took so long.
He got an award for that. My dude Gabriel Iglesias was there. Snoop Dogg was there. Obviously, Becky Lynch is crip walking. That means Snoop Dogg is somewhere around in LA. So, shout out to Michael Cole too, man.
Oh man, Pat gotta stop snitching, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I thought he was snitching at first, and then there's clearly a picture of Snoop Dogg, Michael Cole, and The Godfather, so you can guess what happened. You can guess what happened.
Smoke weed every day.
Oh man, I've been thinking Michael Cole was a square all his life. Damn.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Hey, Michael Cole used to work in Warfields, man. He needed.
Oh yeah, gotta calm them nerves. Gotta calm the nerves, B.
And one last thing before I hand over to my guy, Damian Reekdale. Almost forgot the name. Shout out to my dog, Teddy Ray, man.
You 36.
Shout out to my dog, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that one took me by surprise, dog.
Yeah, this is crazy. The names that is just going out the door this year.
Man.
It's not stop.
John Clayton from ESPN. I forgot about him.
Yo.
I thought about that yesterday. I was like, he died, didn't he? Like, a bunch of people, man. Damn near the whole cast of Goodfellas.
Yeah, I keep saying it,
You
man.
put Bobby and Joe Pesci in some cryogenic chamber or something.
Real talk. It's not gonna be okay. The day that happens, it's
y'all
not
take
gonna
Bobby
be okay.
from us, man. It ain't happening.
Yeah, man. Y'all can't do that.
Because listen, I don't got enough time. Listen, I'm sorry. I don't have enough time in my day to watch Robert De Niro movies all day long after this happens. I'm gonna have to clear out my schedule.
Goodfellas and Casino alone.
Goodfellas, Casino, Heat, fucking Godfather 2, Bronx Tale, even Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers and that trilogy is amazing. Thanks. He has some other shits. Joker.
Taxi Driver?
Taxi? Yes, Taxi Driver. I just started watching that again a couple weeks ago. I need to get back on that. You talking to me? Yeah, man. Shout out to Bobby, bro. Hey, so handing this off to Mr. Reekdown, Royal Address of Rumors.
All right.
Take it away.
All right. We don't got a lot this week. First and foremost, we see a lot of people coming back. DJ Paul is out here signing them left and right as they went out the door.
Like, you cannot trust.
Facts, man. Like left and right. Everybody he going down the budget cuts list and be like, yo, all right, he coming back, she coming back, him, them, put them all in, and they just back in the mix. So with this new influx of talent means that we're gonna have to straighten out the rosters a little bit. So it's looking like after Clash in a couple weeks, they're getting ready to schedule another draft coming up. I don't know if this means that we're gonna stick to a brand split. I'm sorry to tell that because I know Matt's gonna be listening, but I don't know if that means
to it the last couple weeks though.
Yeah, they trying.
Outside of the Usos, of course, they can go wherever they want.
Well, yeah, they have both championships. Yeah. They gotta go. But no, that's good though. That's good because they're building up more tag team and stuff like that. We saw Carrillo and Angel Garza first time in like 2 months at least.
Hell yeah, they was at the launch party too.
Right. Yeah. So we working on it. We getting there. But yeah, draft is probably going to be coming around. They call it shake up, whatever. Sometime around.
You think they're going to use Vince's voice in the promo? It's time to shake things up again. Yeah. Your mic went out there. Oh no, you good. You back.
Yeah, you good. Right. Yeah, it would be wise for them not to do that. Just a thought.
Now you mute.
Hold up. All right, we're good.
Play the fuck up.
Yeah. The fact that we up to like 20 million in unreported expenses, we might not want to put that man on.
Listen, y'all might have to give him a soft redacted treatment, not the hard redacted treatment, but maybe a soft one. Cause like I remember the Pat McAfee interview. I'm like, man, I'm watching this. I was like, this dude, he might be the best businessman of all time. Now I don't know. Y'all here paying $20 million for some coochie. That's not smart business decisions.
Yeah, scandals don't be costing that much money.
Like at first, I thought the $3 million. I was like, $3 million. That's kind of light. You're 20.
Yeah,
tripping.
Yeah, nah. Especially like you a billionaire.
Yeah,
billionaires don't do that, bro. Like you ain't have like a mistress or something, just chilling at one of your cribs. That's what you're supposed to do. This man was just going to town trying to get anybody.
They said the OnlyFans chicks only charging like $2,000. 2,000 versus 20 million. I'm just saying.
It's dropping the bucket, man. You up here really digging in your pockets for this. Getting a little
goddamn pal, a little steep, huh? There we go. Where I make that check out to.
He said, fuck it, I got it. Ball out. Okay.
I didn't know he had to report his own personal payments, though.
Yeah.
That caught me off guard. Anyway, my bad, continue.
Yeah. Another thing, going back to that DJ Paul signing a bunch of people. It's a whole lot of smoke about a certain name that's coming back. That fiendish character that apparently Vince really didn't fuck with. A lot of talk. Some former writers, when doing the circuits and stuff like that, doing some radio, they were talking about how Vince really didn't like dude. He was talking a whole lot of shit about him, about his, his figure. He was out of shape and shit like that.
He was out of shape.
Dropping a lot. I mean, yeah, we know.
He got in shape and he got out of shape.
Yeah, my man was dropping a lot of negative comments, and the narrative about him being a problem backstage or an attitude issue, that was fabricated. But
you think so though? Because if there's one thing there's one match of his I can watch, it's the Goldberg match, and he just did not look like he was interested in working that match.
I mean, I wouldn't be either.
And so then
I can see that.
All the heat goes to Goldberg from the fans because they mad because one, he won, two, they don't like Goldberg for whatever reason. So Goldberg got all the heat, and this dude, if you don't know the dude we talking about, him,
there you go.
It was just like he got all the sympathy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. There was a lot. There's a lot that was said in between. I didn't hear a lot about him being an issue, so I don't know. But now, according to this now, but his name's getting brought up a lot, and obviously with my guy DJ Paul running the show, everybody's kind of getting the clean slate treatment. So everything that went on, any issues that he had with Vince and stuff like that, it's not going to be the case here. So the likelihood is that he's going to be back soon.
At least Triple H bringing back people that had like good characters. Like, no offense, don't bring back no Timothy Thatcher on my TV again. I'm sorry.
Hey man, listen, I was good with Toothless Timmy.
Look, he listen, the matches, yes. Everything else, and he had like 50 million of them motherfuckers just like him. Dudes that could wrestle with no character. Like, don't bring back all them up. Bring maybe a couple.
Oh, I don't need him to be like on TV on the regular. Just like
he could be a trainer. Bring him back as a trainer.
He was scrappy. So like if you want to throw him in like
body's enforcer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like some random like mid card shit, something like that. He could be that basically like what Pete Dunne is doing, or Butch, whatever. Some shit like that. Like, bring him out with a group or with a stable. He can be that guy that puts on a good fight with somebody. I'm down with that.
He need a Butch type character. Like, at least like Butch is a good character. It's not far off from Pete Dunne. It's just a little more personality. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm definitely cool with that.
Bringing guys with personality is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we need that.
What else we got?
That's pretty much. Drew got pulled from live events because of a back issue he got going on.
Oh yeah, keep that boy safe, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's not
serious. Ruin your big money match.
Yeah, man, that's not good. Because we just got him heated back up.
Leftover lasagna.
It was about that time anyway. So thankfully we doing that.
You see how quick it was though. That's why he got the nickname Leftover Lasagna from us. Because every time it's just like that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too, he got that on-site energy. So
hell yeah.
As long as you can do that whenever it's needed, then I'm gonna watch it. Backstage. Yeah, like y'all not gonna keep this up. Like, y'all just gonna jump me and think you're gonna work all smooth? No, B, I got something for y'all. And he didn't even wait for no partner. He said, "Yo, y'all want to fight? Bet."
Right.
We out here right now. Run the ones until somebody show up. I'm with that. But yeah,
crazy, the last time Triple H booked Drew McIntyre, he was getting jumped by Adam Cole.
Oh, that's a fact.
Far cry from it.
Oh man, half your size catch you off guard.
Yo.
That's tragic. That's tragic.
You could have took all 3 of them niggas on, bro. What you doing?
No problem. No problem at all. Yeah, this was just supposedly precautionary measure. He had some soreness, so he should be all right. He should be good to go for next month. Last thing I heard, and this was funny. So we'll get to it. We saw SmackDown's main event. My guy Gunther throwing down with Shinsuke in a fire main event.
Didn't need blood.
Yeah, not at all. So apparently, back in early July, before we got the news about what was coming down, we'll just say Vince and his brain trust, they were not feeling Gunther at all.
What?
In fact, yeah. There was no real particular reason for it. They weren't feeling for him. They lost interest, and it was to the point that he was about to get buried.
He buried that nigga.
Yeah.
He got into shape and everything. I thought he was cool. I seen something actually conflicting. It was like they wanted him to get into shape, and like he took it and he got his ass into shape. He don't look like a big baby no more. He looked like, seen somebody called him Lou Ferrigno a few weeks back.
Yeah.
That nigga, he kind of do look like Lou Ferrigno a little bit now. He lost all the baby fat. He got himself into shape. He was a hard worker. I thought he would have impressed everybody.
Yeah, everything seemed cool, but it's something about, and it's not the first time I've heard that whole, Vince changed his mind on a dime type of thing. But hey, good thing he don't work here no more.
Hey,
that'd have been a problem. I'd have had an attitude about that.
Listen, because I had an attitude when this nigga lost to Drew at Survivor Series.
Oh, listen, man. We didn't talk about this.
Get that fat ass out of my ring, god damn it.
Oh, god awful.
Hey, before we move on, I seen Ric Flair, trying to hint at another match.
Sit your ass down.
No, sir.
I don't have words for this man anymore.
No, sir.
He went up and made this post talking about how he was dehydrated during the match. Yeah, that's what his problem was. And gonna tell people publicly that the fans, stuff like that, people were worried about the wrong thing, like my personal health.
What's the right thing?
What do you mean, son? Should we not?
What's the right thing?
Should we not care? Should we not care if you make it through this in one piece and live? Like,
you know what that is, Reed?
What?
My CTE acting up.
It's something, man. Like, I don't get it. Like, I know, like, it's a lot of people that don't care for him no more, and rightfully so. Yeah. But I mean, nobody wants to see nobody die on camera. So the fact that
fighting Deontay Wilder.
Well, yeah.
I want to see it. He promised me he's gonna catch a body before his career is over with, and I need to see it.
Yeah. I mean, if he called it, but no, man. Like, I'm sorry that we didn't care to see that with your old ass out here bleeding at 73 and can't even get some brass knucks on your hand because you sucking wind. Like, my bad. If that wasn't appealing to watch, I kept telling people I wasn't gonna watch this shit. I kept saying I wasn't gonna watch it, and then all of a sudden I seen the pictures and the tweets, and I was like, "Here we go. They got me. I got to see it for myself."
Oh no, I watched the whole show. I watched the whole show. Free 99 too.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, I was not going to pay a dime for that. Not a chance.
I don't see how y'all be paying for pay-per-views, bro. I'm sorry.
Never have, never will. Sorry.
The last pay-per-view that I paid for, WrestleMania 29, if I'm not mistaken. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah. Wasn't gonna happen. Not a chance.
I haven't paid for a pay-per-view in 10 years. Because why? Pay $10 to stream on that. So now, like, y'all got to get on this level. Give me $10 of access for a month or something. Watch this and watch everything else.
I don't pay for none of it. Not any wrestling shows, not UFC, not nothing.
Not boxing. I'll go out of my way to find a boxing stream for like a big fight. Because they be shutting them streams down quick.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't play about that.
Shannon Sharp. Ain't no problem. I'll go find another one. You're not getting no money out of me.
Yeah, they be doing more work than Dana do. Dana swear he the fucking stream police. But I ain't had a problem yet.
I can't tell you the last time I got to see a UFC event just because them streams shut down 10 seconds after I start watching. ESPN be on that with Top Rank.
Yeah, man.
Every time I try to watch Bud fight, like, I don't even pay for Bud's fights. That's how you know I'm not paying for shit.
Facts.
Shout out to pay-per-view though.
It's real.
It's a dated model, but I guess it still works because
for somebody.
Somebody's still paying for them. So. Can't get mad at it. Hey man, let's go to Monday Night Raw. Let's talk about that. The things we liked.
Yeah.
I had to watch the Hulu version because I'll be on my Better Call Saul. And it's over this week, man. It's Breaking Bad officially ends this week. Bittersweet.
Yeah.
There'll probably be no more Breaking Bad content ever. So
yeah, that's probably it.
But shout out to Better Call Saul. Shout out to Raw. I caught a little bit out on Hulu. We had Control taking on Bianca, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka at a Clash of Champions. Not Clash of Champions. What's it called? Clash at the Castle. Naming these pay-per-views the similar names and stuff, but that's gonna be fire though, man. Like,
I gotta get my charger. Keep it going.
Oh yeah, so
2 seconds.
Go get that charger. Don't die on us. But shout out to Control. They got challenged by Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka. We got two of those women. Two of those teams. What am I trying to say now? One team from one team versus one team from the other team. Everybody except Bayley and Bianca going up against each other in this women's tag tournament. More on that when we come up to that. But we got that match. It's gonna be fire. I say book it like similar to how you book those Shield versus Evolution matches back in the day. I think we got some getting cooked.
Yeah.
Because that whole little brawl they did was just like, all right, I need to see this match right now.
Facts.
September 3rd, I can't wait. I needed that.
Shout out to the chemistry. I'm all for it.
Oh, yeah. It's going to go crazy. I feel bad because, hold on, somebody's at my door, so we're going to have to give a break. Give me a second.
A few moments later.
See, this is what happens when we're recording live and then people be at the door and they knock at the door and chargers are needed because computers are about to die. But we back. We good. Yeah. Where were we at? We were talking about Control versus Bianca, Alexa, and Asuka.
Yeah.
At Clash at the Castle, not Clash of Champions.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bang. Can't wait for that one.
I need them creative names back. I talked about this last week with Katie. I need the names of pay-per-views to just be like what they used to be. You know what I'm saying? Give me that Vengeance or Backlash, Unforgiven or No Mercy. Like, give me those back instead of just this gimmick every other pay-per-view.
Yeah. I understand why they don't do Vengeance no more.
Oh yeah.
But outside of that,
that one we don't need that one back.
Vengeance and Over the Edge, those is retired. Especially Over the Edge. That's an ironic show for what happened at that show to happen.
I'm about to say, yeah.
But yeah, what else we have on Raw? We had the women's tag team tournament, as mentioned. Control are in there. They will be taking on, more than likely, they'll be taking on Alexa Bliss and Asuka. So I don't know why they did that. They could have, they could have had them meet up in the finals the day before Clash, Could have did something like that. But I don't know. I'm not Mr. Mr. 3H's. Shout out to y'all be calling Triple H Paul Levesque too, like y'all know this man personally. Call this man Triple H.
I'm like, listen, man. I was calling him DJ Paul because he been on his shit since he took over. You know what I'm saying? But he's Triple H to all of us at the end of the day. Come on now.
Y'all have never referred to this man as Paul Levesque ever.
Y'all just found that out like yesterday.
Y'all never
nobody
niggas
knew that.
Y'all never called him Paul Levesque in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
They're black and gold. Where is this coming from all of a sudden? I don't know. Speaking of Mr. Triple H, he don't fuck with Xia Li either.
That's cold.
That's really see how even bucket her. At least she getting on TV, but damn, she need to win something.
I feel some type of way, man.
I'm not feeling some of these teams, but I get it. Wasn't no teams to really do a tournament with. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's still good. At least the women getting on TV a lot. That's what we wanted, right? We wanted women to be booked more and booked better. And that's happening now.
Exactly.
Like it was happening before, but it was like the same women. Like the women were getting booked. You know what I mean? Before. It was main event every week, opening the show every week. It was good. But it was like the same women though. Bianca, Becky, Asuka. So now we getting more, we getting deeper into the, into the pool, into the free agent pool, if you will. For my fantasy football people.
About that time. Shit.
Yeah. Shout out to that. We also had Bobby Lashley versus Ciampa for the US title. That was good. Y'all know that was fire.
Hell yeah.
That was legit. And then make Ciampa look weak either.
Exactly.
And we getting Bobby Lashley versus AJ Styles this Monday.
Yeah.
First time ever. Anyway.
I was wondering that too. Like they never had a match in Impact or nothing like that?
Nah. I don't even know if they crossed paths ever in Impact.
Damn.
I wasn't watching back then. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. If y'all listening, check that out for me. Because I'm curious. Because I remember seeing that and I'm like, damn, they never had a match before.
I actually need it. I'm on the website right now. Let me go ahead and Google it.
Because I'm like, I know AJ and Bobby had matches in Impact before. And that's why they could mesh well when they had their matches last year. Like WrestleMania and everything like that.
Oh, you mean Drew?
But, yeah. Yeah, they had good chemistry already. So we knew those was going to be bangers. But, man, AJ and Bobby never had a scrap in Impact before they got to WWE together. That's crazy.
The only time, so like the only time that they ever did anything together before WWE, some place in 2008, some indie show, it was a 6-man tag. They was on a team together. Only time. Crazy.
Damn.
Outside of that, a lot of tag matches and gauntlets and Royal Rumbles. And in the gauntlets, they probably never face each other either. So
yeah.
They was in the Elimination Chamber together this year.
That's right.
Bobby Lashley never got in. So
yeah. Damn shame.
So we all good, fam. What else we got here? Dexter Lumis is back. Yeah.
That was interesting.
I was watching on Hulu. They didn't show all the shenanigans throughout the show. They just showed him popping up at the end.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah,
we got him back.
It was kind of off to the side too, because like there was interviews going on, and it's like you had to look like in the background to see the car busted up and everything like that. And I think it was Dewdrop and Nikki that was over there by it originally.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They working on their stories. I like that.
Yeah, little subtle stuff.
Y'all said this before, and I wasn't quite on the train yet until I watched this week. I'm ready to start putting some respect on Angelo Dawkins' name. I'm ready to do it.
Hey. Listen, man.
He might not be doomed like I thought.
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was slim, but I told y'all niggas.
I told y'all, man. I told y'all Dawk's that dude.
Yeah, man. He might not be doomed like I thought once him and Montez make the split because he was showing out. He was doing his thing.
Hey, him and Seth was.
Yeah. And shout out to Seth.
And it told the story too.
Ooh.
Seth couldn't hit that stomp worth a damn. So he said, "Fuck, I'm gonna get the pedigree on this nigga." And then
that's where I'm gonna input my PSA because we didn't see the Tribal Chief this week, and I got something for him.
Surprise, surprise, he didn't show up to work.
Yeah, I got something for him, and it's not about that because we didn't forget about you cutting them promos about Brock Lesnar not showing up to work, and now you ain't showing up to work. I'm gonna leave that alone. My PSA for Roman Reigns. Why are you ducking Seth Rollins, sir?
Why are you ducking Bobby Lashley?
Well, see, this
that's why you don't come to work on Mondays. You scared of Big Bob.
This is my thing. Seth Rollins specifically, because he was talking about, was it this week or last week, that he was turning his attention to Roman Reigns. About 7 months ago, if we recall, they had a match that opened up the Royal Rumble. In that match, Seth Rollins did not lose. Roman Reigns intentionally got himself disqualified. He was holding the choke on him, didn't let the count go, hit him with the chair, everything like that. There was no rematch. There was no follow-up. There was no nothing. And I got thinking about it. Do you know that since 2014, Roman Reigns has only ever beaten Seth Rollins in non-title matches? From 2014 to 2017, he beat him 3 times on Raw, once on SmackDown. Seth Rollins has beaten Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. At WrestleMania first, he cashed in, beat Roman Reigns to win the title. Then Money in the Bank in 2016, pinned him clean to win the title. And then, what is it? There's 2 more times after that. There was one time on Monday Night Raw, and there was one on SmackDown when he was Universal Champion. He beat him. So they're knotted up at 4 apiece.
I think I was there for that one. Yeah,
in singles matches, they're knotted up at 4 apiece. Yeah, that was the one. That was one in Vegas.
Yeah, I was there for that. That was like a DQ though. That don't count. I ain't counting it.
All right.
Fiend came out and did his little thing.
Right. But see, we got to this point now where Seth was speaking some truth. He was striking some nerves with the Tribal Chief, and Tribal Chief was looking a little bit rattled. And sure enough, he got to the match, and he just shut it down. He couldn't keep his shit together. He lost it, and Seth never got no rematches. So, Roman, I need you to stop. I need you to stop ducking my guy, because he might just have your number. I don't know. The last definitive victory that Roman Reigns has over Seth Rollins was 5 years ago. So we gonna have to address this in a minute. Cause
I can't find my juice soundbite, but this nigga's scared.
Yeah, man. I don't like that. Cause how you gonna say there's nobody left when you didn't beat Seth yet since you've been champ? I'm just saying.
He ain't beat Bobby Lashley either.
And I'm saying, and that's not even to mention Bob and Drew is still waiting. Like we gonna see that next month. But
he beat Drew, didn't he? Not for the title, but he beat him.
Yeah, no, he beat him at Survivor Series. That was like But man, listen, you ducking the visionary, you ducking the revolutionary, you're ducking Seth freaking Rollins, and it's about time for you to address that, sir.
Facts, big facts. I cannot find my soundbite. They must have took it off.
Oh nah, they taking sound bites. Like what's going down?
Y'all taking all the ones that got nigga in them?
Oh,
I don't got none of my nigga sound bites. Now I don't remember none of my niggas.
That's not good. That's not good, man. Those are the good ones.
Oh, there's a few of them that's missing.
Oh man.
Oh, they done hold your boy. Oh man. Y'all dead ass.
Y'all some hoes too?
Damn. This is why I need to have my own shit. I need to get my own soundboard.
That's how y'all doing this?
I ain't even getting no warning.
It's
a few of these motherfuckers that's missing.
Damn, man.
That's how y'all do me.
Savi getting the Instagram treatment.
Ah, man.
That's what it is. That's cold blooded.
I guess I can't use nigga. Oh, they took all the ones that had nigga off because like all my other ones is censored. They censored out some of the other ones. Y'all niggas is tripping.
Man, listen.
They only censored the title though. They didn't censor the actual sound.
That's crazy.
But yeah, the ones that had nigga is gone. I gotta upload them again. If y'all can remember some of the sound bites, let me know.
Yeah.
I gotta get my this nigga scared back though.
That's crazy.
I need that. Hey, it's all good.
Savi done been
infiltrated. When you on somebody else's platform, you gotta abide by their rules. It is what it
is. Damn, dog. Hey.
How I feel. You see what happens is, hey, the platform that I host Sovereign Soundboard on.
Well, fuck you.
Oh man,
God damn.
That's cold, man. Y'all ain't right for that.
You're not.
We can't never have too much fun on it.
Right, oh yeah, they took a whole bunch, man.
Every time we start having fun, it's the shit that happens.
How y'all gonna take the ones that say nigga? That's racist.
I feel some type of way.
That's racist. Anyway, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens closing out.
KO back.
To me, he never left. Like he just was telling jokes here and there. But he was the same guy.
Yeah, I mean they did like him and book him at least decently, but I needed that 2017 KO back because that's a cold motherfucker. I need that.
Poor Zeke.
He ain't waste no time. He ain't waste no time either. That match was like 2.5 minutes, and he just gave him the Sammy treatment. Quick, fast, in a hurry.
Every Zeke night and every Zeke day.
Yeah, I think he done. I think he one of the guys that you're not gonna see on TV because it's gonna be a couple of people that we're not gonna see on TV no more. We ain't seen Austin Theory since SummerSlam, so
it's some people that gonna vanish. I seen something in passing about Theory. Like he said, he might have been on like bereavement, but which I don't know if that's true or not. But it would explain him suddenly being off TV for so long, and that's one of Triple H's like main guys too. So.
But the thing is,
he was at the launch party though. He had a match versus Ricochet. He beat Ricochet at that gym.
Okay, yeah. The thing is, I like it though because I've been saying for the longest time, like the greatest caveat, the greatest aspect of Money in the Bank was once you have it, we need to stop parading it around every single week. Let us forget about it for a while so you can create a moment. That's what Edge did because it's like we knew we had it. But nobody was thinking about it because it wasn't on TV like that. It wasn't being talked about that much.
Yeah.
Then he popped out like, okay, cool. You just came out of Elimination Chamber. I'm cashing in. I'm taking your belt. So if you're going to keep Austin Theory off TV for a while until you're ready to do that, I ain't mad.
No, let's do that. Especially at Clash. You can do it at Clash, have him cash in the middle of that match.
There you go.
And then he can take the fall. That way, Drew don't got to lose. Roman don't got to lose.
At some point, we got to separate the belts. Like, it's been a nice aesthetic for Roman. Like, yeah, you got to be king for as long as you wanted to, but I mean, listen, you're not doing a full-time schedule no more. You scale it back. That's fine, but you can't have both of them that long. Like, especially if the draft is coming up really for real after Clash, you need to have a world champion on both shows. So it's about that time.
Yeah, they need to figure that out. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know if Drew want to be like, Roman, you can keep the little blue belt. I just want the WWE Championship back, and y'all can do something like that. Or y'all can just have the network be like, yeah, we don't want the other network's property on our show, so y'all gonna have to split that up. That probably be a little lazy. Y'all can do the Drew thing I just suggested, and that'll make sense.
There you go.
He said, "Oh, you don't want to come to work? That's fine. But the WWE, they need at least one real champion that shows up and fights. So you put that one belt on the line. And that's, hey, I could do that and have Drew win in the UK, where he from,
There you go.
in front of all his people in a stadium on a Saturday morning, on a literal Saturday morning.
Yep.
So, yeah, we can do all that. SmackDown, let's move over to that, man. I got a question, sir. I seen you say something yesterday during SmackDown. You was out here praising Ronda Rousey. In the words of the Hurricane. What's up?
All right. Here's the deal. All I've ever said about Ronda Rousey from the day she stepped foot in WWE is I can't get behind a presentation of her that doesn't fit what made her a star to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Ronda Rousey, when she rose superstardom, was not a happy, smiley, for the kids, doing all this bullshit for attention, stuff like that. Ronda Rousey went in there, beat everyone else in front of her up until a certain point, and had the mean face on all the time. She was cutting promos already, but she was a bitch. People didn't like her for good reason. Listen, Floyd is TBE. Why did most people buy his fights and tune in? Because they want to see him lose. Same thing with Ronda. They wanted to see her lose because they wasn't fucking with her. That's how she got there. So you bring her to WWE and you have her smiling, kissing babies, giving girls high fives and shit like that. I'm not with that. And obviously we don't gotta speak on the promos. That's god awful. I was never with that. But again, that's about her being a face. Now, if you just let her be who she is, just be that, cold, I don't fuck with y'all and whatever, say what you got to say. Keep it brief. This is what I liked about this week too. She kept it brief. It wasn't long. She just said what she had to say. Listen, they find me. I got it like that. I ain't worried about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can get behind that. Like, you're going to talk your shit. You're not going to be long. And you're going to get out and, whatever. She's going to beat up security and all that other shit. I'm cool
Black
with
on
that.
black violence she was on. Seen that.
Hey, look,
Somebody said the security officer looked like Misty Stone.
Chill.
I was like, y'all niggas wild.
Yeah, but no, like I'm all for, listen, if we can stay away from ever doing a face Ronda again, I can stomach it. I can watch it and I can, stop shitting on it for once, because that's all you need to do. This is who she is. When you start getting away from who the person is, that's when it becomes bad. And there's some people that still ain't gonna rock with her. Yeah, I get it. That's fine. I can deal with this Ronda Rousey. I can.
Some people that's not gonna rock with her still.
Mm-hmm.
It's me. I'm niggas.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Look, I can watch this run. I ain't gonna be mad at that. And it's gonna be even better when her and Becky run the ones eventually, which is probably gonna be WrestleMania, because that's what we was waiting on. But
yeah, it's still be good. It's all good. Elsewhere, we had Liv and Shayna. Liv hitting the Stratusfaction to Shayna through the table. Okay, I ain't mad at it. Liv talk a lot of shit though, man. She talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, I don't like the way she talking greasy, considering that
how you won the title to begin with.
You only really got 1.5. You talking about you beat her twice. Yeah, the tape say something different. You gotta check the tape.
Hey, Shayna about to hit her though at Clash though.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Oh, it's over. Listen. Especially after that whole sidebar that Ronda had with her talking about who used to be a killer.
Mm-hmm.
It's on now.
Mm-hmm.
It's she done triggered some shit. She done nearly took her whole arm off. Like, yeah, you talking too much.
Liv Morgan's title reign, man.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Listen,
I'm making up for lost time with all these sound bites. Excuse me, I'm getting it out of my system.
You talked about this before, right? When Triple H run NXT, who gets the long title reigns?
The heels.
It ain't baby faces. You know what I'm saying? As much as everybody loved Johnny Gargano, he had one good title match with the belt. Like a couple months later, right after that, the next title
one.
Yeah, he beat Adam Cole in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And then the very first title defense he had was against Adam Cole again, and he lost. That's how it goes.
He never successfully defended the belt.
Nope, he didn't. I don't think.
Even when he won a North American title the first time, he held that shit, lost it the first defense.
Yeah, and there was a lot of guys like that. So, like,
I think the second time he lost it the first defense too, to Leon Ruff.
So. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, man. Damn. So yeah, there's a pattern. We know what type of time it is. He's running the show, so you know what time it is right now.
Thanks.
And y'all fickle, so it ain't gonna be a problem for a majority of you.
Nah, y'all know how it is. And in the main event, man, we had Big Gunther versus Shinsuke. A real wrestling match. Like I said before, didn't need no blood.
Nope.
It just straight up wrestled. No gimmicks, no bullshit.
Nice.
Man. First of many main events for Big Goon.
I need that. But more importantly, right? Give me that on pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it. Give me that on one of them shows. Because this, you could have put it smack dab in the middle of any show and it would have kicked it up a whole notch.
Mm-hmm.
Like having this on SummerSlam was already fire. That would have skyrocketed it even higher. Putting this on Clash at the Castle, especially over in the UK, like that would have been killer. Like y'all had an opportunity here. So we need to move in that direction, please and thank you.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what Goon gonna be doing at Clash. I know he gotta be doing something.
Yeah,
you can't not have him over there.
I had half a thought that because they there's the little tell they have, like a lot of guys when they wear gold stuff like that they might win. So I was thinking would they have Shinsuke win tonight and then have a rematch at Clash so Gunther could win over there? But hey, they don't got to do it. Listen, we don't got to take that off of him for a long time.
Nah, listen.
As far as I'm concerned.
Especially when he first won it, it was no American will ever hold this again. So Cody Rhodes is gonna be back in a few months.
About to say, man. But I say this is the best Shinsuke's look probably since he had that first won the Rumble and had that shot at AJ. Yeah. That's probably the best he's looked since then.
Yeah, he out here looking good, putting on bangers. So yeah, let's get it. And then one last order of business. Hero is back. And I hate these motherfucking dirt sheets because they find shit out and they spoil everything. And now I see people talking about it. If Hit Row would have came out on SmackDown and I knew nothing about it, I would have been like, what the fuck?
Facts. Yeah.
It would have tweaked me. Because that's kind of how I was at SummerSlam. Nobody knew Dakota was coming back.
Or EO.
And EO, EO was still there. Dakota was gone.
Yeah.
So I was shocked. I was like, oh shit. It was dope. But stop spoiling shit. The Triple H gotta pay y'all too. What's going on?
Yeah, that's facts. I need some of y'all to chill.
Y'all niggas ain't say nothing about CM Punk coming back.
Right. And somebody knew.
Because y'all knew y'all knew the first time. Y'all just didn't outright say it.
Yeah. Anthony got ops. Somebody knew.
And Tony Yayo, relax.
Punk ass Alka-Seltzer knew. Because he's part of he's general of the ops. So
hell yeah.
It was, I'm about to say it was out there.
Y'all niggas know.
But I agree. We gotta chill. Gotta chill.
I'm glad to see Hit Row back. The OG3.
Yeah.
Minus 52.
They managed to not mention Brianna, which I was glad to see that she did show up too.
Yeah,
I only heard
I
about
was excited to
Ashanti.
see her.
Yeah, Top Dollar. Yeah, Ashanti. I was like, okay, all right, that's good. That's good. I'm with it. But we missing one. So we made sure that we brought the whole package back on TV. I appreciate that. And number 52, I see you lurking and watching on Twitter. We don't got room for you over here, Chief. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you can stay.
you remember Cam Newton, his whole MVP season, and they had that match to the Giants, and the Giants was about to beat them.
Yeah,
they scored a touchdown. The Cam was watching. Cam was like, "All right, bet." that was that nigga.
Well, to say that's my guy right now.
He was like, "Damn, I should have waited."
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of them motherfuckers like, man, I should have waited, especially Tony Yayo acting like he ain't about to let them go. He said, I signed them the 5-year contracts. Yeah, they can't just leave.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, it was a dark day in hell when Vince was doing it, though.
I'm about to say. I like to switch up, man. It's funny. It's real funny.
Yeah. I seen something. They talking about they can extend Kenny Omega's contract because of injury. I was like, damn, Vince was doing that, man. Act like he was a war criminal.
Right.
Like, it's fucked up when anybody do it, not just one. Y'all can't just be cool. One person doing something just because y'all like the nigga. Keep the same energy. That's all we ask, man. So let's go over to NXT and close out this show. First, I want to talk about one thing from this past week NXT, the rounds match. It was my all-time least favorite match type in NXT UK. So when I found out Shawn Michaels was about to do this shit, I was like, fuck, no. But listen, what did Shaq say about Christian Wood? I think it was Christian Wood. He said, I'm sorry, I wasn't really familiar with your game.
Right.
And that's how I feel. I started watching after the first round. I'm like, all right, this is actually pretty good. Yeah. I didn't have, and no offense to Wesley and Trick Williams, I didn't have no faith that they could save it, but they did. They did a good job. It was entertaining. Like Trick Williams was doing his, his character work is just out of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Him breaking out from, from being Melo's lackey has been a welcome sight right now.
I wasn't initially gonna feel it. Like I hadn't seen the round matches over in NXT UK. I'd heard of them. It didn't sound appealing to me. I'm just like,
when I'm bored during a Tyler Bate match, it's not good.
Yeah, it's bad.
So
I initially I was like, this is probably gonna be whack. But like, Trick deserves all the flowers he gonna get, and even Wes. Like, there's a lot of people that I guess I thought he was just gonna fold and shrink when they broke the tag team up, but nah, man, they put this on right. Like I was feeling that.
Yeah, it's lit. So maybe y'all can't do it again because I don't think you can replicate that magic again. So
nah. Let's enjoy the win and get out. Yeah, take your chips and leave.
Facts. So now we go circle over NXT Heatwave this upcoming Tuesday. Got 5 matches booked right now, maybe some more if they'll announce on the show. But right now, 5 matches, 3 title matches. Let's get into some predictions, shall we? It's been a while since we did predictions, huh?
Yeah.
For anything.
Yeah, I don't think we did since like what?
Yeah, we didn't do SummerSlam. I don't think we did Money in the Bank.
No. Yeah.
It's been a while. So let's get it. We got a street fight between Santos Escobar and Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo, huh? Oh, Santos wins. Legado del Fantasma is freed from being part of the D'Angelo family, but Tony wins. Santos Escobar is banned from NXT 2.0. Who you got, man?
The more I think about it, this is a win-win for me, regardless. Even though, y'all know where I stand on Tony D'Angelo. Mm-hmm. The reality is that Santos wins. We get Legado back doing what they do. But
losing.
if Tony D does win, which I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. In fact, I'm just going to pick him. I'm just going to pick him to win. But I think that means that we get Santos on the main roster.
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain about that at all. In fact, I'm going to be rejoicing. So, listen, if Santos got to take that L, I guess that this is the limit where you see him on NXT. Okay, I'll take that. Whatever he is going on the main roster is going to be wonderful. So I won't be mad at it. Legado eventually will graduate and they'll come up too if we want to get that going. I think they'll be fire on main roster. So listen, it is what it is. Tony can have it. Let him get it. I ain't gonna be mad.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
And forget about it.
I'm with you, man. I don't see a scenario where he wins because, like, soon as they announce the stipulation, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Because they need that guy up there on main.
Yeah, they do.
And I could see a scenario where his boys is like, yo, fuck this, man. Like,
that's true. And like you said too, they just have them losing as a group. And it's like, if you're not gonna turn that around, then just get them a fresh start on a different show.
Or they can win more matches under Tony D.
They ain't gonna let that happen.
I ain't been keeping up with how many matches they've won since they've been together, but I don't know. Yeah, Tony D. That's who I got to. Next up, we got Roxanne Perez versus Corjade in a blood match, a heated match, and I'm gonna just get this out the way real quick.
I'm packing the air. This gas what?
Peasants.
Really brief. It's nothing major. It's not towards Roxanne or Cora, but it's 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, something like that. Peasant of the week, you niggas.
Bring that ass here, boy.
Cause, and this is brief. This is real brief. Cora Jade on Instagram this past week just basically revealed that her and Braun Breaker are in a relationship. Cool.
Yep.
Congrats to y'all. I want you niggas to grow the fuck up.
I know what he's talking about.
Grow the entire fuck up. There is zero reason. There is literally no reason that every time y'all find out that some wrestlers either in WWE or if they wrestlers and from AEW and WWE together, whatever. Any wrestler y'all find out are in a relationship, y'all act like fucking 5th graders over it. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
That's a fact.
These are grown adults. Apparently you are too. Act like it. Y'all don't gotta act weird over these people because they're literally around each other all the fucking time. Every day. Damn near all day.
Right.
And then they go up the main, they traveling on the road together all the time. It's common that they would find an interest in y'all did this with Seth and Becky. Y'all was weird as fuck. It was embarrassing when y'all found out that Seth and Becky were together. That's probably why they didn't want to tell y'all. They had been together for a damn near whole year.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And y'all acting weird about it like y'all ever had a chance. Stop it.
Oh man. Like it was a surprise, like a lot of stuff, like a lot of scenarios are. And that's like, oh shit. Okay, cool. But that should be the reaction, like, oh shit, didn't know that was the case. Okay, cool, good for y'all. Hope y'all happy. Done.
Bro.
That's all it needs to be.
It's literally all it needs to be. Like I saw it and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that's dope. Cause like I was confused and I was like, that's Braun? Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Get it? And
because I was like, I thought she was with some other dude. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it was was I forget the nigga name when he was in NXT, but Blake Christian is Indian.
Right. Yeah.
And that was the same thing. Like I found out like Rhea Ripley was with Buddy Murphy. Yeah. He can't fight, but I digress. I was like, oh, okay, they both Australian. That makes sense.
The thing was, they kind of told you before y'all knew, because they was like in the gym together all the time and shit. Like,
I was thinking, like, what happened to the brother?
There was hints. Well, I'm thinking that too. But then I remember she had said something about being single a couple weeks before that. So I'm like, okay, all right. But the thing with Buddy, they was just sprinkling little hints out there for y'all to get it, but nobody was picking up on it.
Grow the fuck up is all I'm saying. Let's get back to these predictions. I'm digressing. Y'all piss me off.
You're right though.
Why y'all act like that? Why y'all act like that?
I don't know, man.
Like fucking elementary kids, bro. Like that's how we used to act when we found out that two kids, like two of our classmates at school was going out with each other, and that's how we used to act. Like y'all do not know these fucking people.
Like things happen when you're on the road 300 days out the year. So, Sable was in WWF years before Brock Lesnar. This man showed up 1 year. He done took her off to his ranch in Minnesota, whatever, done bred her a couple times. We ain't never seen Sable again, okay? It happens. It happens, okay?
It happens. Hey, all I'm saying, in the words of Michael Jordan,
stop it. Get some help.
But who you got winning this match, though?
I can't see a scenario where Roxy doesn't win this because Corey don't need that win particularly, and you brought Roxanne as a major signing, and had her win that tournament, so it doesn't make sense for her to lose this at all. Like Cora's gonna be fine, and I think the best thing for her was turning her heel, so now she can lose this and move on to something else.
Yeah. So let me take a little gander here at the Googleable machine. Cora J is only 21. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Cora J, when the last time she won a match, man? Not let me filter television. Because this is gonna factor into my choice here. Because I kind of think I want to roll with Cora J, because like I can't remember the last time she won a damn match.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Outside of when her and Roxanne won the titles. The week before that, when they got the number one contendership. So since June, she ain't won a match since June. She hasn't won a singles match since May. Damn, that's gonna change. That's gonna change.
Okay.
Yeah, Cora J gonna get the dub here.
She might have to. Yeah. I didn't even know all that.
Yeah, her momentum is non-existent right now, a little bit. So yeah, that's my choice. All Next up, for the North American Championship, Giovanni Vinci challenges Carmelo Hayes. Match of the night already.
Oh yeah.
Like, it is, especially looking at these other matches. There's no way that this match is not gonna be match of the night. Hey. Melo dropping bars on us again. We can put the beef in a pot and let it cook. We can put the beef in a pot and let it cook.
Now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
You don't.
Ancient at all times.
Yeah, man. Can't
not miss.
I don't know who's gonna win though.
And Vinci been on one since he came back. Like I didn't pay that much attention to him. There was that one match that Imperium had that made me say, "Damn, this dude's nice as shit."
That War Games last year.
Yes. So ever since they repackaged him, and I like this repackaging with him. Like I don't know, man. And we've been saying like eventually we have to move Melo up to where he needs to be. And if you're not going to do it with both belts, then I guess you got to drop one off. Mm-hmm. If there was somebody that you could put this on to keep the momentum going, this would be the dude to go with. Mm-hmm. I just don't know. I don't want to see Melo lose clean though. That's the thing. Unless like Vinci got a sidekick or something that's waiting to pop up somewhere. I don't know, man. I'm gonna lean with Melo winning this because I feel like it's probably gonna be like a face that beats him. But I don't know. This one's tricky.
Baby Oos.
That's true. That might be it.
See, I think I'm gonna roll with Melo here. Y'all got to finish that one.
Yeah.
Y'all got to finish that one.
No doubt.
Yeah, I think we both got Mello. Next up for the women's championship, Mandy Rose versus Zoe Stark. I'm lost here, man.
I've been getting so confused because she won the right for this match like 3 weeks ago, and I keep watching NXT thinking they're gonna have the match on there. I'm like, when did y'all announce for Heatwave? Because I'm like, I keep tuning in thinking, okay, this is the night they're gonna have the title match, and it's something different. But
who you got in this one, man? I don't know. I'm stuck. Because I like Zoe Stark. Y'all know I like Zoe Stark. Used to watch her all the time out here in Vegas. And but it seems like y'all really strapping the rocket to the point it seemed a little disingenuous to me. Because it's just coming out of nowhere.
That, and I'm not sure who is the person anymore, because I'm saying for the longest time they're getting Mandy ready to drop it to Cora, and now we've clearly changed directions with Cora, so I don't think that's going to be it for at least for a while.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, Zoe comes back and we give her this, she's got some momentum, and it's good to see her, in the spot, but like you said, it don't feel the way it should. And the other thing is that if she were to win, what's the direction after that? I can't see that. So yeah, I don't know. If I was playing it safe, I think I would stick with Mandy, because this don't seem like it. I should have a different feeling about it if Zoe was really gonna win, because this don't seem like it.
I'm with you. I think I'm gonna roll with Mandy on this one myself, just to be safe. And I still think you gotta play out that Roxanne story.
Yeah.
So I think like if anybody should beat Mandy, it's Roxanne, and then you can have Cora beat Roxanne, and then you can have Zoe Stark win it like after a while. Like I think it's just too soon for her to come back and just run roughshod over everybody. I can't do it.
Like, she just popped up, she won the match, and she got the title shot. It's like, hold on a minute.
Wait a minute.
Like, she wasn't even there when she was healthy. So how did we just jump this up all of a sudden? Unless like this is just the last quick hurdle that they're gonna have before whoever's really gonna beat Mandy shows up, which that could be it. I don't know.
Also, like, I mean, I know this is probably like old Vince McMahon ideology, but I also can't see them having Zoe Stark win the women's title and then having her in the tag tournament too at the same time.
Right. Yeah. That's a giveaway too in itself, because
I think
you see, you see Nikita and Zoe and thinking like, oh, did they call them up already? Or are they going to be on the shows as soon as the tournament's over? Like, I don't know, but that's definitely a giveaway.
Thanks, man. And then what may more than likely be the main event, Braun Breaker defending, what am I about to say? I'm all tongue-tied. Defending his NXT championship against JD McDonald's.
Hey, you big head motherfucker, why you hating so much?
Who you got?
Oh shit. Damn, dog. Man, I'm just ready for this to be over. Like,
man,
it's crazy. I'm about sick. I know we just talked about it. Like, Melo should be the one to take it off him, but I'm really tired. And Jordan Devlin, JD McDonald's, whatever the fuck you want to call him, is a damn good wrestler. And I hate to see him, finally coming back and in this high profile match just to lose. But I don't know, man. I feel like that's probably where we're headed, honestly. And I would at this point I would prefer he just take the title off of Braun. Braun could win it back at some point or whatever.
No.
I don't know, but
no, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
I wouldn't want it. It's just like,
listen.
Once Braun loses,
Melo is right there, man. Braun, they haven't done Braun any favors since WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing with that. But listen, Ollie Gummy Container Head shape ass JD McDonald's does not need to win this match. He don't. He just don't. Like, I don't know what you do with him after that. I don't know.
Yeah, man. It's we said this right around the time he had the match with Ziggler. It's like you got a window of when you can kind of maximize on this and just send this dude up. And we missed that window by a country mile now. To the point where I'm telling you, I'm really concerned that by the time they're ready to put Braun on main roster, that reaction is going to be so lukewarm. It's going to be like frigid. Cause
y'all put this man in some of the worst possible feuds. Him and Melo need to close out the rest of the year. They need to feud from September to December, maybe January.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all can, that's the perfect rehabilitation for Braun Breaker right there. Shawn Michaels, he can figure it out. 3-4 months is all that they need. Maybe have a couple matches here and there. War Games, y'all can do the War Games match again.
Yeah.
Have them be on opposing sides. Have Melo win the championship at New Year's Evil. Have Braun go up and join main roster at the Royal Rumble. I think you can fix the damage you've done to Braun Breaker. How many months has it been? 4? It's been 4 months since WrestleMania. You had this man feuding with Joe Gacy.
Oh.
And now JD McDonald's. That's 2 straight feuds where I don't think people care.
Just no, I don't. And I haven't.
So because I haven't cared about who the champion's feuding with, I haven't cared about the champion. And I like Braun.
Exactly. Yeah, that's not good. And that was my issue. Like it was a perfect scenario with him and Ciampa. That was good.
Yeah, that was great.
He put
the Ziggler stuff made perfect sense.
Right. Like that was like one title he never won, but also it's like we know how Ziggler works. That's a perfect foil. Him and Braun put on a solid match. That's fine. But then, like you said, it's just these characters that they never appeal to me. Some people are into the whole thing with Joe Gacy and all such shit. None of that ever appealed to me. And shit like that is what kind of
the Dyad's cool. Like,
no, it's not. No, it's not. Because what did you do to get the Dyad?
Yeah, the characters aren't cool.
You sacrificed the grizzled young veterans, which pissed me the fuck off. So I'm not with that. But it's like shit like this kind of exposes the little chinks in his armor. It's like he's not a strong promo guy. He has the genes, but it's like
he's a genetic freak and he's not normal.
Right. He's got that in him, but it's like that's not his stronger side. His stronger side is in-ring work. And when you put him with these characters you don't really care that much about, it's like, what do you want?
Yeah. We don't know, man. We don't know. But yo, do us a favor, Sean. Braun Breaker. Listen, it's simple. Have Melo lose. And then have Melo move up and challenge for the next belt. Just like you did back in the day. You lost the Intercontinental Championship and then you started challenging for the world title. It's simple.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Do that.
And keep Zion Quinn off TV too. And
why?
Von Wagner.
Why is it still a thing? Like, I don't want to see Von Wagner again after that street fight. I am hoping, praying that Solo put him out and that's the end of it. Yeah. I want to see, and I said it to somebody, I want to see Von Wagner shipped up in that box that DX put Spirit Squad in and ship him off to, I guess it wouldn't be OVW, but wherever else you need to, the PC, and just, I don't want to see him no more. That's it. I'm done.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm over it though. But yeah, we'll see. We'll hopefully this man don't make me mad on Tuesday.
Yeah, man. I hope not. I'm not gonna be with it.
You started correcting the course. You put the titles on Team KC finally. Thank you for that.
It only took how long?
It took a couple years. It took way too long. But Jesus. It is what it is. But yeah, that's what we got here. And this has been another edition of Young Kings Wrestling. I'm gonna hand it over to my guys. We plug our socials. Start that timer.
Y'all can find me at Recaver24 on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, go check out Havoc Hour, where I'll talk sports and entertainment on all streaming platforms where you find Young Kings Wrestling, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, and the video version, which is more entertaining, up on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So, got some more episodes that I'm going to be working on. You know, Saturdays are open, so we're going to get some new content up. But the last one we did was the Scream franchise. That's that's up now, so go check that out. And the Instagram page _ the Havoc Hour _.
And I am the Thespian TC Fontaine. You can check me out if you feel like it. I don't post anywhere at all. I post on Young Kings Wrestling. So
yeah,
if we have similar ideologies as fans, you'll probably enjoy the tweets coming from Young Kings Wrestling. If you don't, you probably gonna block us.
Yeah,
I seen somebody else had us blocked the other day. No idea who this person is. I was like, damn, we be getting on timelines like that where random people be blocking us.
Hey, listen, that's what we want, man.
It'd be black people too.
Oh yeah.
Like what? Yeah. What y'all doing?
Young clowns wrestling, whoever that fucking dude was. That was funny.
Like, why is it black people in the Yayo army?
I don't understand. Like, I didn't even get mad about that. I was just laughing. Like, who's taking this much time and energy?
But like, bro, it's multiple niggas though, and it's like 3 of them that work for Fightful that just be on that time 24/7. Had to mute them niggas. They like, listen, y'all can't pay me enough. Undertaker theme song. You couldn't pay me enough.
That's Matt. That's Matt Hardy.
Oh yeah, my bad. It's the same person singing the songs. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But and let me just clarify something real quick. I know the time is on, but real quick, y'all that want to keep saying, "Oh, y'all hate Tony," or y'all want AEW to fail, stuff like that. Listen,
I don't want AEW to fail. I just want somebody else to run it.
Thank you. That's it. That's it. Like, how do y'all misconstrue the narrative that bad? No one in here is a Vince stan, okay? We done had plenty to say about Vinnie Mac.
I was a Vince stan a couple months ago after the Pat interview, like I said, and then I found out this dude's not as good of a businessman.
Well, yeah. We never heard him talk. But it's like, for the majority, no one is here big up in Vince, like, oh, Vince is this, that, and the third. No. He understands that this is a business about making people happy, and he was born in the business, and he knows how to run it. Tony is a little fanboy that got money that just makes it about him, and I don't respect that. Yeah. It ain't about me liking or hating the man. I just don't respect the way he moves. So if he wasn't running AEW, I wouldn't have no issues, but he is, so I do. It's not about the talent. It's not about the presentation. It's not about nothing. It's about this motherfucker is not the one that needs to be running the business. Period.
Hey, I am 100% with you.
Come on now.
I think wrestling will be in a good spot. Like, after something happens where he has to sell off AEW or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll ever happen because he got enough money to keep that shit going forever.
We got excited when AEW was announced because it's like, wrestling is at its finest when you have variety. When WCW was going at it with WWF, that was prime time for wrestling because you had an alternative if you didn't want to watch one or the other.
Yeah, and the vision has completely changed from 2019 to today.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of, no, we're not going to have blood on TV, but they got blood on TV every week. Oh, we're not going to hire a whole bunch of former WWE people, or they hire everybody that fucking left or got released. So it is what it is, though. And
Anthony is the epitome of, people complain and stuff like that. Everyone says, oh, you want to complain about the product, you put on the Booker hat and you book it. That's who Tony is. He's that guy that decided, oh, I don't like this, that, and the third, and I'm going to do it my way. He puts the Booker hat on, and now this is what you got. That's yeah, the wrong kind of bumps.
The wrong kind of bumps.
All the time.
Man, we kept it under 5 minutes. It's been under 5 minutes. So, I have no song this week, maybe next week. But
Yeah, y'all be all right.
Yeah, you'll be all right. And we gone.